my journey with Jesus has been just this evolution of understanding and relationship. When you're a teenager, you sort of relate in a certain way, and your 20s you relate in a certain way, and your dynamics with God continue to evolve. And so I'm you know how it is, the more you learn, the less you know. There is some of that. There's some of that mystery that the further I get, the more mysterious and profound God is. Um, so there's a key part of this that is just embracing that mystery. There's another really key part of it of going, God's redemption and love is, I think, because it's always been part of the furniture for us. We grew up in a faith-filled family, generational faith, which is very rare in Australia, great grandparents and great grandparents. You sort of can really easily take this idea of redemption and grace and love for granted. And my goodness, the fact that his mercies are new every morning, the fact that the fact that you read the stories of Jesus and the people that he associated with, the people that he had dinner with, and the people that he called his friends, um, were weren't the creme de la creme. They were the scraps. And I find a lot of grace in that. I find a lot of grace for myself because I mean, you know me well enough, Jay, to know I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And so this idea of doing it right. Literally, Mariah and I were at the CMAs the other night, and I crossed the road as we were leaving, and there were two officers there, and I said to them, I said, guys, am I doing the right thing or the wrong thing? And she laughed and she said, if there was an encapsulation, Joel, of your question of your life, it would be that. But doing the right thing, and the shame I feel when I feel like I've done the wrong thing is weighty. But the fact that there's grace and goodness and this extreme love for people like me, I just, man, it sounds rudimentary, but it's been one of the great hallmarks of my journey with Jesus this year. So I'm great to realize that and re-realize it, if you will.
I often say this, I'm not a good enough songwriter to write songs about things that I don't care about, which is a blessing and a curse. Because if I'm not in it, I can't like get pen to paper or start typing out lyrics. Because I need the songs to feel like they feel like we've lived them. And and that's not for everybody, and not everybody has to make music like that. That's one thing I love about art is everybody's got kind of got a different method and a different thought process of how they do things. And but I think for us, and we need to live these lyrics. And so there's a reason why we go so long in between albums is because I need to have lived a little bit of life to actually give me the content for what the songs could be. Because at the end of the day, I'm not very interested in just writing a song that's going to get stuck in people's head. I want to write a song that could impact and influence somebody's eternal destination. But the only way for you to be able to necessarily, be a part of those types of songs, I think, is if you are daily living some of the realities of what you're actually trying to put into songs. And so there's a reason why we write songs about our wives. There's a reason why we write songs about our kids. There's a reason why we write songs about, I often say, you write songs about the highest highs and the lowest lows because no one really remembers in the middle. And for us, I think I've seen these stories and these come out in the fact that um, these songs are lived, that these songs have, my hope is that they have purpose and meaning because they feel like when they listen to the songs, they feel this, I actually think that this person has lived this. That's always been my hope is at the end of the day, we are no but better than anybody out there. We've got the same issues, we've got the same challenges, but our hope is that these songs can become the soundtrack to people's lives.